So in this video we are going to talk about what planetary placements or yogas create yogas for loneliness in your chart. Okay, so let's start. If you want to take personal consultation, you can contact me on WhatsApp or email me or check from the website. Okay, so let's start. So firstly, loneliness can be because of two things. You love to stay alone. Okay, you don't have problem being alone. You are okay with people leaving you or coming in your life, right? It can be more or less, but it's there in you. Then some people become lonely. They don't like loneliness. They want someone, but they are lonely. They don't have relationships, or people leave them, or their loved ones get separated from them because of death or any other cause, right? So let's see what are some planetary placements yogas in the chart, which tells you that you can get separated from your family members, right? Or from your loved ones, or you prefer being lonely. So we will see everything. First, you have to understand the two planets which are responsible for loneliness are Saturn and Ketu. Apart from these, other planets do not represent loneliness. Only Saturn and Ketu are the planets which rule loneliness. Saturn represents isolation, winter, depression, loneliness, detachment, right? And Ketu represents moksha, loneliness, and isolation, solitude. But there is difference between the loneliness of Saturn and Ketu. Ketu represents loneliness, but Ketu is okay being alone. Saturn is not okay being alone. Saturn is alone because it's left alone, right? So here, like I was telling you, the two situations that you prefer being lonely, that is Ketu. You are left alone, someone left you, that is Saturn, because Saturn is exalted in Libra. Saturn's mole trikona is Aquarius. So you see, Saturn feels happy when it is with the crowd, it is with the people, it is serving people, it is doing something for people. Okay, so Saturn is a planet of this earth reality. Although Saturn represents spirituality, Saturn is detached, right? But Saturn believes in service. Although one thing, Saturn is a air element planet. Okay, so you are serving people, you are with people, but you are detached, right? But Ketu is just moksha. Ketu is just going away from this world and complete loneliness, right? Somewhere the qualities of both match. Okay, then 8th house and the 12th house. When you have more planets in the 8th house or in the 12th house, it shows that you prefer being lonely and you are not able to connect with the people very much. Okay, and moon is a very important planet because moon represents your state of mind. What is your state of mind? Okay, so when you have Kendram dosha, which means that you don't have planets on the either side of moon, and moon is alone, leaving Rahu Ketu and sun. Okay, apart from these, if no planets are either aspecting moon or sitting with moon or second or 12th from the moon, it shows you are a lonely person, right? Whenever moon and Ketu are conjunct and they are not aspected by any planets and they are very close within 5 degrees, basically it makes the person emotionless, like they are not able to connect with anyone emotionally, they are not attached to anyone. Attachment never happens. Okay, attachment never happens, especially when Ketu has the lowest degrees. Okay, so these people are not able to attach themselves. It is a very good thing. People leave them or people stay with them, it will not very much affect them. Okay, but only if no benefits are aspecting moon and Ketu here. Okay, no benefics are aspecting moon and Ketu here. Then Saturn, moon, Ketu conjunction in your chart, or Saturn, Jupiter, moon conjunction in your chart. Saturn, Mars, Ketu, Saturn, moon, Jupiter, right? Saturn, moon, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Mars, Jupiter can also make you isolated and lonely. This you have to check in the birth and the Navamsha chart. Saturn Ketu conjunction in the 12th or the 8th can make you lonely person. Then your ascendant lord in the 12th house can make you lonely person. Saturn in the Gemini sign, especially concerned with your ascendant or ascendant lord, aspecting or sitting there, can make you a lonely person. Sun in the 12th house or Atmakarka planet in the 12th house can make you a lonely person. Okay, because Atmakarka or sun tells you about your soul. Alright, that's why moon in the 12th house in the 8th house can make you a lonely person, right? Moon in the Pisces sign can make you lonely person. Okay, when your 4th house is afflicted, or you have much planets in the Scorpio sign, or your moon is afflicted, right? There is affliction of the moon. And how it's afflicted? Rahu moon, fear. Rahu basically creates fear. It's not the Ketu which creates fear, it's Rahu which creates fear. So when moon is with Rahu, or influencing Saturn, moon, Rahu, right? Then these people do not want to deal with other people because they have some kind of fear within them, right? So that what it shows. Okay, so basically, when you are left alone, you don't have anything and people leave you, basically in the relationship it's happening, then your 7th house is afflicted. Okay, if your loved ones are leaving you, then 4th house is afflicted, second is afflicted, right? If you are not able to make friends, then 7th house is afflicted. Okay, if afflictions are there in your chart, it shows you don't want to be lonely, but planetary placements are making you lonely, right? Situations are making you lonely. Ketu in the 1st and the 11th house can give isolation yoga, means you may want to stay alone or you are left alone, right? Whenever you have Ketu in the 1st house, in the birth or the Navamsha, or in the 11th house, you, especially in the Navamsha, you need to adopt the quality of Ketu, otherwise you will always face issue in your life, right? You need to isolate yourself from the people as much as you can. Okay, because Navamsha chart shows you what you should do to get the best results of your planets. Okay, in the 11th as well, Ketu in the 11th, I have seen people, they are lonely, they are not able to connect with people, their vibrations never match with people, and especially these people do good in spiritual field, because if you are in the spiritual field, like you are tarot reader or astrologer, okay, in the astrology field, you are combining astrology with spirituality. Okay, then you won't be able to deal with other people, like if you think that you will uh, do some spiritual practices, have a spiritual career, and along with that you will also have materialistic life like others live, totally just like that, the modern lifestyle. Okay, then it will not work together. Okay, Venus and Jupiter cannot work together. Okay, but there should be a balance, of course. You need to learn detachment if you are in the spiritual field. More planets in the 12th house, sun in the 12th house, like I told, these people are loners. Okay, they basically don't care if someone leave them or anything. Also, if your Mercury is in Capricorn sign, okay, you will speak less, or you will not want to communicate much, or especially a Mercury in the Capricorn in the 8th house, then it will be more just like this, or in the 12th house or in the 4th house. Okay, because Mercury is a planet of communication. No matter whatever planetary placements you have in your chart, if Mercury is connected with air signs, right, or exalted earth signs also leaving Capricorn, it shows that you will speak a lot, or you can have friends, or you will have to deal with public. Okay, when Mercury is aspected by Saturn, then also you will not be able to connect much with public, right? So Mercury, when you have to see a person is a loner or not, check Mercury also, because if Mercury in the if you are not able to find it in the birth chart, check it in the Navamsha chart. If Mercury goes in the 12th or in the 8th house, right, and aspected by Saturn, then or aspected by Ketu or conjunct with Ketu, these people can be loners or they will not have much friends. Okay, signs Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Earth sign Taurus, Virgo. All right, these signs. Cancer also we can include, because Cancer is also materialistic sign only, because it represents luxuries. Fourth house is not much about spirituality, right? So these people, if you have more planets in these signs, you cannot completely become a loner, because you will want to have friends, you will want to go in public, communicate with them, right? You won't be able to be a loner completely, right? And also Ardra Nakshatra, Shatabisha Nakshatra, and Swati Nakshatra. Swati Nakshatra people are pure souls. They are coming from other world, right? They are other realms. They are pure souls who do not have much experience of the earthly life, so they can face issues communicating with people. They are pure souls. Ardra is a loner, complete loner. If you have it prominent in your chart, you can just simply declare yourself as a loner. Okay, and then Shatabisha also is a loner, right? So these three nakshatras of Rahu are completely loner. Now you see Ketu nakshatras are not that loner, but Rahu people are loner.